Hello. So I am very excited because this past Sunday, um, the first episode of the new Doctor came out, and I was very excited for this. I have been excited for this for a very, very, very long time, and okay, I thought, okay, all in all, I'm gonna tell you what I give it right now. I give it like a 6 out of 10. Okay, it wasn't perfect. I was still very happy with it, and I enjoyed watching it. Like, I kept watching, like, I watched the whole episode, obviously. But there were a few things that were really pretty off to me, and it might be because, like, maybe it's because I'm not I haven't watched every single episode of Doctor Who ever. So maybe it's like, for the die-hard Doctor Who fan, it was absolutely perfect. Or it was a total flop, because I've seen both opinions from people that are very into Doctor Who. And personally, I found, okay, first of all, Jodie Whittaker, fantastic job. I am so excited and so happy that she's the new Doctor. And I love how she's the Doctor, and I also think that her being the first female Doctor was a very good choice. I thought that was great. Now, the flops for me were, this is like a very I don't know if it's like a just me thing or if it's just something that I really noticed or that that's what my attention was on, but I hated the fact that there were so many questions being asked and not having immediate answers. You know what I mean? So it's like, she's asking, what is it doing here? Why is it here? What is it? And how did it get here and stuff like that. And I mean, there's nothing. She doesn't even try to think about it or something like that. Like, I'm just used to it being like, but why is it doing this? Unless blah 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 blah. And then, okay, if this is how it is, then we have to do this, But I also did the fact that it's like you have no fucking idea what's going on, and yet everything's progressing and stuff, right? One thing I'm not too happy about is how many sidekicks there's going to be. Well, how many sidekicks there are. So as we know, I've started watching from Eccleston. I'm still currently on Tennant. And I know that Smith gets he has two. He has Rory and Amy. And I was told that in the past there was a Doctor who had 3 sidekicks, and I'm like, okay, well, it's just that how things right now I feel like having 3 sidekicks is too much because it's going to take away from the main the big thing about this series, and it's the fact that this series has a female Doctor, So I feel like there's going to be too much of there's going to be too many scenes that don't have enough Doctor as the center point, and I feel like that would be really important for this new 13th Doctor. I also want to know this Doctor more. I want to know how she works, because there's always something quirky and special about each of the Doctors, right? And I want to know what it is about this one as we go further into the show, and I feel like having 3 sidekicks will take away from that. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it'll be great. I don't know. I also found that, considering it's the first episode of this series, I thought that the writing, I didn't like it. I didn't. I really didn't. I thought it could have been a lot better. It wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was going to blow my mind. I just enjoyed it. You know, I was thoroughly entertained, basically. Yeah, I'm also really excited. I really want the new Barbie doll. I want the 13th Doctor Barbie doll so much. Oh my goodness. Um, but yeah, honestly, like, I think Jodie did a good job. I think she will do a good job. My only issues is I didn't like the writing because I thought it was like, I don't know. I felt it was the way I write. And I'm very inexperienced. I'm not a good writer. And that's how I feel like this episode was. I feel like I wrote it, but better than what I could do. It was a little better. It's like if me in 5 years from now wrote it. Kind of thing. You know? So it could have been a lot better. That was one of my biggest issues. It was the writing of the episode. I feel Jodie could have had a lot more screen time. It's just, there was just too much. It was too much going on with not enough time, and too much going on for a first episode. If that makes sense. I don't know, but all in all, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited for it, and I want to know what you think. Yeah, I don't know. Can't really, I liked it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I just liked it.